Welcome back, guys. It's getting increasingly more difficult to get outside and ride during the pandemic, so I figured I would stay in this weekend and work on my little skill park. I started about 7 months ago, and I think it's about time for some upgrades. I made it specific to what I think would help me out on the trail. I was nervous about dropping in, so I made it flat with a low grade. I am terrible at skinnies, and I need to work on getting better at leaning into a berm, so I added this small berm. I also made this cheesy attempt at a tabletop jump, but it actually worked out well as a little mini A-frame due to the steep front and back side of it. It's kind of like a little rock rolling. After the mini A-frame, I would ride up around the tree, and then I added a small berm to help gain a little bit more speed before you hit the 2-foot drop at the edge of the berm there. Then you come up on this concrete pad, run the skinny, and to better my bike handling skills, I would either pivot my way off or I would just kind of bunny hop off to one side or the other. Then go over this curve here, try to 180 pivot, and go again. I like to start off on the rocks here, which obviously means I don't get a lot of speed going in, which is why I need these to provide a little more speed than they do. For starters, I want to get more speed from this roll in. So I'm going to start by removing the boards and try and bow out these 2x6s here with a sawzall or a scale saw or something like that. And over on this side, I want to add a drop. I'm thinking I can get 4 to 5 foot depending on the speed. So it's time to give it one last ride before we tear it apart. Hopefully we get a sizable speed increase from the drop in. Can't take away all this wood, but I could at least go down and leave roughly 3 inches. I'm gonna try and just freehand this, see how it works. That'll be my dip, and I can cut that with maybe a sawzall or something. Alrighty, I'd say that about wraps it up. I know it's not perfect. The intention's met, which is to get a little more speed coming out. You can see the last 4 there. It provides like a small little hump there, so you can, when you drop in, you get that little hump as you come out too. Seems to roll out fine. Maybe I could rip this off and add and do a dirt path right here. Just kind of help the transition out a little bit smoother. But for now, it's working, it's doing its job. It's kind of what I had wanted out of it. The point was to hit the berm and be able to have enough speed coming off the berm to get back up to the top here. And I'd say I'm getting that now with the grass. So if I dug that down a little bit and had it hard packed, I think I would be able to roll all the way up to the top here without a pedal stroke and then get onto the skinny here. So I think the next step is going to be to add this drop here. Obviously I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous of hitting the drop. It's not crazy high. Like I said, I think maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 foot at the max, depending on how fast you're going. My intentions are not to be going really fast off of this, because I like to start in the rocks and then roll out, which is really why I wanted the dip to be a little bit bigger. All right, the little ghetto drop is complete. I'm definitely a little nervous to drop off of it. I mean, it's not that high, but it is pretty much to flat. From ground up, it's 3 foot. I'd say with the small amount of speed I'll have, it'll be a 4 foot drop. So let's give it a try. Well, I'm sadly nervous. It's definitely helmet time. They say if you build it, you gotta ride it, so here we go. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas to make this small skill park any better. I plan on either making the skinny longer, or making this A-frame bigger, or just taking out the A-frame entirely and doing some kind of gap jump, unless you guys have any better ideas. Thanks again, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.